Smith here from Absolute Soul Secrets, and tonight I'm doing your horoscope for 2018. Terrific Taurians. Now this is just an overview, it's not the whole thing, it's just a brief overview of some of the influences that you'll be feeling and experiencing next year. So please come along to absolutesoulsecrets.com for the full in-depth version, and there'll also be a page on your love life and also on your career and finances, Taurians. So we'll quickly hop along, and you're basically a Taurian if you were born from the 21st of April until the 20th of May. Okay, so you're going to have a lot of different influences during 2018, Taurians, and wow, what a busy and exciting year this will be for you. You know, any number of things could happen. You've got so much going on. It's going to be just simply amazing if you grab every opportunity you can with both hands. You're going to have Neptune popping in, and that's going to you know, do something a little bit different for you, because you tend to be a little bit conservative with your views perhaps, and you're very normally you're quite grounded and practical and down to earth, but with Neptune coming in, you could have a renewed interest in spiritual subjects and really start to go deeper and deeper within yourself to become more authentic. Okay, so what that'll do, it'll sort of give you the feeling of what it's like to live in other people's shoes, and you'll find you could be having more to do with charity, and you could be feeling more compassionate, and you're radiating a lot more warmth, and you might find you've got a lot of friends, new friends coming in during 2018. So this is not about your character traits, by the way. You'll have to go to another section of my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, if you want to read all of the character traits of Taurians. But just to give you an idea that your basic character is really going through a period of re-evaluation, and you start to see a deeper side to life. So before you were just getting on with the practical and doing what had to be done, but now finally with these various influences, which I'll go through in a moment, you'll begin to understand that there's a lot more to life than what we just, you know, see with our five physical, or what we experience with our five physical senses. You're probably overdue for a good year, and this could be just the year that you need to get you back on track. You've got Uranus moving into your first house on the 15th of May, okay? So Uranus is this big planet, one of the outlying planets, and for it to do its job, to do its work, it takes a number of years. It doesn't do it in 5 minutes, because these outlying planets, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, they take a long time to go around the sun, basically. So these things have kind of been in the works for a while, and you might have been having some thoughts and some feelings coming up over the last couple of years, but you've been in kind of preparation for next year. So you're starting a new 7-year cycle, if you like. Think of it that way. Now it's moving into your first house. That's all about you. It's your true identity. It's your real soul, the heart of hearts, deep down in your very essence. And so this is not a side of you that, you know, you show very many people at all, because it's just too much with everything else going on, and you tend to focus on the external world a lot, but that's going to change. Okay, so your heartfelt desires are going to become really intense. And it could be the year that you just decide that you want to go overseas and get away from it all. There's a lot of energy here, and I'll talk about the different influences in a minute, but there's a lot of energy for overseas travel and connections with foreigners and foreign lands. With Uranus too, it gives like flashes, you know, it's a very electric, you know, electrifying type of energy. So you'll be getting flashes of brilliance, and you'll even astonish yourself. So it's also associated with the internet, technology, electricity, and one of the little signs might be if you find that you're having problems with electricity or technology, then you know that that's the influence of Uranus coming in. Okay, so this will be, as I said, over the next 7 years, you'll be having a deeper and deeper connection with these unseen dimensions in life. You're basically becoming more spiritual. So congratulations. Now, what will be happening with that is you'll be kind of moving away from your old patterns of behaviour, out with the old and in with the new. Because it's the first house, it's about, I guess, overturning your old identity and bringing about a new identity. And you'll be revealing more of your true self in that new identity. You could also buy new clothes as a result of that and seek to appear different to the outside world. If you're born at the beginning of the sign, you're more likely to feel that more strongly. Okay, terrific Taurians. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Venus. And I love this planet because I'm a Libran, and Venus is one of those planets that actually rules 2 signs. So there's only a couple of them. So Venus is ruling Libra and Taurus. Now, because you're more grounded and practical than us air-type people, Venus will affect you in a more physical way, okay? So you're more likely to do physical things as a result. So you could redecorate your house, for example. You could buy new clothes. You might even buy a new car. Things that are beautiful will become more important to you. Now, Jupiter is a wonderful planet. It's a big planet, the biggest in the solar system, and it typically brings abundance. And you can put on weight with Jupiter, and you can get more money with Jupiter, and all sorts of things. So you can expect expansion in business. And because it's in the opposite sign of Scorpio from the beginning of the year right through to October, the increased money that comes to you might come through other people. Now, it could be a partner or somebody close to you. It could be a business partner. So it's not just a personal romantic situation. It could also be a business partner. So it's like you're going to benefit indirectly something that somebody else does, and it's going to bring some kind of financial benefit to you because it's in the 8th house, basically. So it's an increase through other people's money. You might get a bigger tax return than what you expect, or some kind of legacy, or somebody leaves you some money in a will, and that's especially in November, so take note of that. Now, you have Neptune in Pisces in the 11th house of career, money, and hopes and wishes. So you might be feeling more idealistic than usual. Now, you're not normally, idealistic. You're a practical, organised person. But with this influence, you have to be a little bit careful because you'll be feeling more compassionate and giving, and you might get involved with a charity. But there comes a point where you have to set like a boundary so that people don't tend to walk all over you because you are in more of an idealistic mode, if that makes sense. Now, because Neptune's involved, gullibility can go with that. Neptune's one of those planets associated with like mist and illusion, and sometimes when we look at a situation, it's not what we think it is. So you might be under an illusion. So just be a little bit careful there. Most times you have your feet on the ground and it's not a problem with you, but you could also find out that some of your so-called friends have been a little bit dishonest and told some fibs. So be especially careful with money and don't go off into airy fairyland, which is very unlike you anyway. One of the things you can do to, overcome that, if you're feeling spacey and you find you're looking at charities and you looking at helping other people out and that sort of thing, is go walking in the mornings And if you've got a dog, take your dog, because dogs have got 4 feet, so they're really grounded. They love to run around on the ground. And take your dog for a walk every single day, and that will definitely help you. Now, you also have Pluto in Capricorn in the 9th house. That's about education, travel, the law, luck, and expansion in life generally. When Pluto comes in, often things get shaken up a bit. It brings up karmic patterns and things from the past. It's a very kind of ancient old energy. So people could be coming back. You might hear about, some news about people from the past, and some old patterns come up. So yeah, just be a bit careful about that. It could be a bit of a bumpy ride. You've also got this energy with foreign places and foreign people and travel and study. And so you might need to take extra precautions when you're traveling, okay? So make sure you have your passport, is in date and things like that, and you have copies of your passport everywhere. There could be some legal issues to work through with Pluto in the 9th house, but that's likely to go in your favour at the end. The Plutonian energy it works over a period of several years, and it could be preparing you for something in the future. So this is all groundwork to get you ready. Now, it could be something quite big to do with your career, and also you might find academic type influences, so that you have more to do with study or teaching in some way. And again, there's that foreign connection with people from other places. Okay, so you also have Saturn in Sagittarius, again in the 9th house for the whole of the year, and that's also implicated with study and travel. So you could actually go and teach overseas, or you could study overseas. If you're studying online, you might find you're studying for with an organisation from another country. With Saturn, it's a hard taskmaster, Saturn, and she'll be really pushing you to learn, to get as much knowledge as you possibly can to set yourself up in the future. So she will push you, but it will be very much worth it. And whatever you learn under Saturn, you're not likely to lose. It's likely to be a very long-term benefit for you. Okay, so these influences are all about expanding your mind and helping you realize that the world is a very big place, and you don't necessarily have to stay where you are at the moment, location-wise. If you do choose to stay where you are, you can still do these things online or in some other way. Okay, foreign travels, living abroad, academia, teaching, international business. You might find that if you have your own business, that your business is increasing, there's extra revenue, and some of it is coming from foreign countries. So that's terrific. You could be a global citizen as you travel around the world as a digital nomad. Okay, your choice what you do. You might be also benefited by people in powerful positions, in authority figures for some reason, because I think the energy around you is very expansive and radiating success in some ways. People in positions of power, they actually want you to succeed. So well done you. That's fantastic. They will help you. Jupiter is in the watery sign of Scorpio with Mars in the 7th house. So this gives an intensity in love and marriage during 2018, and could also involve someone from a foreign land or with foreign connections. Jupiter's turning retrograde 9th of March until 11th of July. So marriage, relationships, your personal love relationships might undergo some stress during that period of time, 9th of March to 11th of July. But it's just a short time, and know that as soon as it starts going forwards again, that these issues will clear. So that's after 11th of July. Any problems should be resolved or minimized after that date. So in a nutshell, terrific Taurians, you have got a very busy and wonderful year available to you if you grab the opportunities with both hands. So this is just a brief overview. Please come along to absolutesoulsecrets.com to check out your love life horoscope and also your career and finance, which I haven't really talked about that tonight. Okay, thanks very much for listening, and I'll see you for the next video, which will be Gemini. Bye for now.